This is Madman's comment. Thank you so much for still staying tuned. I appreciate the feedback. You guys have been amazing. And of course, I've got so many great, amazing comments, crazy comments by you, commented by you, mean ones, nice ones, crazy ones, well, encouraging ones, and whatnot. My name is Dominique. I'll be back with stories on the other side. Thank you so much for still staying tuned. This is Madman's comment. Of course, getting into our other story, quite interesting one. So the vice president was scheduled actually to go to Mbala district, and also there was a letter which was circulating, and it actually is from the district commissioner. I'll read this one very quickly. So reference says that a visit by the Republican vice president, her honor, Mrs. Inonge Wina. Now, this notice helps to inform you that the Vice President will be in Mbala tomorrow, Wednesday, 20th April 2022 in the afternoon. In view of the above, I therefore request all heads of government departments to come for a short meeting tomorrow at 9 hours in the council chamber on how we're going to receive her. Your response towards this matter will be highly appreciated. Now, we're talking about the Vice President here. Vice President of 2022 was voted in 2021 alongside the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. So, the heading here was supposed to say, Her Honor, Mrs. Mutarina Lumango, but this one says, Her Honor, Mrs. Inonge Mutukwawina, MP. Quite interesting stuff. Who does that? You have a vice president, of course, but then you go and put the previous one on the letter. So somebody was saying that this secretary must be a staunch PF member. But anyway, you came through with your crazy, mad comments. Kennedy says this is common in government institutions, getting soft copies on computers and making a few changes before printing. The secretary, however, forgot to change the reference head. She was probably on phone too, like the other nurse. So the other nurse actually was caught on phone at Material Level 1 Hospital by the Minister of Health, Sylvia Masebo. So Jones came through and said, this is bad. He must have a PF DNA in him. Quite interesting comment there. And as far as Madman's comment is concerned, Emmanuel says, Circus, the story of copy and paste. It seems the district commissioner does not know how to read. The whole lot of the commissioner doesn't know how to read. Interesting stuff. So Mundia came through and says, consequences of using old soft copies, then decide to just change the date, thinking everything else is okay. So sad. I feel for the secretary to this district commissioner. So Terence says the DC secretary is confused. Interesting stuff there. Madman's comment. Find us on Facebook. It's Dominique Madman's comment. YouTube channel as well. Like it, and we'll be more than happy to actually hear from wherever that you're watching from. So moving on to our last story for this episode is interesting post from Peter PZ Zulu Jr. He's actually a host at Hot FM Media House. He posted a photo of himself. He says, ready for Thursday, live on Hot FM 87.3. Tune in. Comments started coming through. I don't know why. But Chimba Alfred said, good morning, my head boy. So if you look at this picture, if you're a photographer, if you know photography, if you're capturing from like this, from below, the head of the person will look bigger. So we don't know whether his head is naturally big or it's just the guy who was capturing, unfortunately. Peter PZ or PZ actually replied and says, you don't want to do me like that, Alfred. All right. So also Kachuzu says, great job. I can see that the belly is gone. So we don't know. Why are people like this? Everything else just changes when you post something on social media, hey? So Eugene Piri says, umuntu mutwe zona. Looking sharp, Mr. Hotline bling. Interesting stuff. And William Wapi, who is actually, a cartoonist, came through and said, how does your legs carry that head? Interesting stuff. I won't say much. Bye-bye for now. This is Madman's comment.